Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Up late with Ben Harvey, who would fly direct from London to Perth when you can fly to Sydney. Qantas this week confirmed it will start ultra-long-haul non-stop flights from Australia's east coast to London and New York. Qantas launched Perth to London non-stop flights in 2018, but on tonight's episode of Up Late, Ben Harvey questions who would fly directly to Perth from London when Sydney is an option. There's gonna be all Londoners who want to come to Perth instead of Sydney, because Perth is to Sydney what Birmingham is to London. The Poms have two choices: fly to Perth and then go 4 or 5 hours on a flight to the east coast because that's where the cool stuff is, or fly direct to the cool stuff without being attacked by a meth zombie at an empty shop outside of the Hay Street Mall. Harvey's comments come after Qantas boss Alan Joyce put paid to suggestions the highly popular non-stop service between Perth and London is in jeopardy. In Sydney for a ceremony to sign a $34 billion deal with Airbus for up to 146 new aircraft, Mr Joyce committed to using the ultra-long-range 238-seat A350-1000s on Perth London flights from 2026. There had been rumours the introduction of new jets to operate non-stop on the airline's Project Sunrise routes between Sydney, Melbourne and London, scheduled to start by the end of 2025, could spell trouble for the Perth service. But Mr Joyce said the airline planned to replace the current fleet of Boeing 787s used on the route with the new A350s to meet demand. "We will replace the 787 with the A350 on the Perth London non-stop," Mr Joyce said. "We need the extra capacity because that service is so popular." The service, which moved to operate from Darwin amid WA's border closures, but is due to return next month, was Qantas' most popular and profitable international service prior to the outbreak of COVID, with most flights almost full. While the flight originates and terminates in Melbourne, most of the passengers on the route are from Perth. Qantas launched Project Sunrise, a nod to the world's longest flight of 32 hours between Perth and Colombo in WW11, in 2018 as it set out to find the world's longest-ranged aircraft. The search pitted the A350-1000 against Boeing's 777X, with the Airbus design winning out in December 2019 after new manning agreements with the airline's pilots were signed off. However, the pandemic shelved plans for the superjet,